Off high 987. I would like to say I looked at Temu, Temu, today, and I saw really nice, beautiful, deceased, what I could wear as a robe, because I'm God deceased disclosed. So I can wear a robe for that. I don't have clothing money with God deceased being disclosed. That means I'm over the leverage that it was to be formed as feminine genitals, mutilated. So it was the God, or not male, but God. God is not alive. I am here with mutilation of genitals disclosed as me having, I guess you could say, feminine genitals on myself. But when I was first alive, I was really small. So not really very feminine, just an it. So my it genitals, they are grown into female genitals and mutilated during my lifetime. And now that is deceased and disclosed as mutilated genitals on the Godhead again. But it's the second time, and I have them both deceased. All the genitals on the Godhead are deceased and disclosed as mutilated here. So that puts me at God deceased being my leverage to wear clothes. And I would not look like this if I was God. I would look like other, but the clothing that I saw, the robes I can wear from Temu, they have no price on them. Yeah, they are $0 on Temu. What's wrong with it? I'm not tall enough. Therefore, if I'm tall, yeah, I'm not tall enough. I don't want to order it because I think I would step on them. And they're beautiful. I don't want them to touch this unsightly floor that I don't want to clean if I can wear a robe that looks that nice, that beautiful. There are a number of them. How many? Maybe as many as 10 that I would wear. Yeah, I'm really, really thankful that there is such a thing, but of course I can't get to it, even though it's $0 price. So Temu will not give me the key that goes with the clothes, the robes. I had clothes before, of course, and so it's robe with clothes, but if I have a robe, I don't have any genitals. I have genitals. You can wear these robes with genitals. They're all modeled by females. And you are not myself. And it's $0 anyway. That means you're not alive. So that's good. I can have the clothes, robes. But they are some sort of listed under Muslim. Yeah. But Muslims have to pay for their clothes and carry a purse. When Barack Obama was running for president, his first term, year 2008 election. Okay, so I did write a few, like, I watched a lot of news with Barack Obama, interviews. And I took note to myself of what the subjects were at the time. And then at night, when I was alone in the apartment, when Charles Toe was out, I wrote up like speeches, and I gave a few of them to like the empty front room of the apartment. It was Ogden Pines Apartments, um, here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I don't live there now, but I was there saying, I hope I die in this apartment because it's nice enough to live here and I can't afford to leave and live in something less than where I am now. And I am far from there, unfortunately, but I have more leverage. When I gave the speeches to the empty room, I was like talking to myself. I was trying to figure out how to make money off of what I said, all alone. I was working it, that I was watching TV. I was paying attention to what was being conversation on the TV, and then I tried to make it my own. And so I wanted to use the name Obama because my last name Moser it's my last name because I'm a kindergartner and I can't get out of it. I can't change that my self was that small when I got named. So I hold on to the name because the size of myself is still alive in the same time here. So it's still Moser. But I wanted to use the name Obama for money, like to make money. And I can't get any. I didn't have internet at the time, even though there of course was internet. And I'm not on television. I don't see the television camera. So I just did it for myself. And then it's true that after about, let's say, how many times did I do that? Several times, over as much as over a month maybe. And then no more after that. Yeah, I forgot about it. I went on with life and I didn't do that anymore. Give speeches to an empty room about what I see on TV. Subject politics. Yeah. Time period of Barack Obama. Yeah. I remember Barack Obama being a senator of the state of Illinois, a U.S. senator. So that is Oprah Winfrey's show, making that possible that I would say that. I don't always watch Oprah Winfrey, but I did watch Oprah Winfrey in my house. Okay, I need to add this whole bag of chili mix. And it goes with 7 cups of water, and that is 4. Oh, that is 4. What do I do? It's boiling. Well, should I add more? I have to add this whole bottle. Barack Obama, are you a good cook? Do you remember when he said sweetie? He called somebody sweetie. Yeah. Well, you can't say that to a shunt because it's no. Yeah, I'll take it if you call me sweetie, but I'm not that sweet anymore. I'll take anything nice, kind out of the shunts because you are mean, because you are illegally formed. Well, but you're not high enough to say that unless you are in order to be deceased on Christmas, right? So if you're going to die on Christmas, that's a good way to say, acknowledge I am an illegal SHUNT of a human being. I was formed that way. There's nothing I could change about that here and now. It's not due to be outsourced, but it's not due to be illegal ever. You need to say I to that. It's a low thing for you to be to yourself. Better you than me because you made me an SHUNT of myself. And I'm deceased here, but it's not due to know you. Okay, I'm going to keep boiling. I don't have my prescription vision correction in place at this time, so I cannot exactly see how high up the water is when it's in the pot. So that's 6 cups of water. This is for 7 cups of water. I'm going to leave it at 6, and then maybe I will add some more water at another time. It will be just a cup. Sweetie Gate. Barack Obama called an aide sweetie, and she didn't like it. And that is true that Barack Obama is due in prison on that point. But Barack Obama is due in prison on some other points, like such as that he's not a U.S. Senator from state of Illinois because he owes me a key and he's not going to give it out and he's going to work his mental capacity, but he's black. So he's black, doesn't pay out a key because he's black. But why is he working? Why can't he just say I'm black and I don't pay out a key? Does he not say I'm black? I had to say I'm Jewish for a long time, and I am the Godhead. I'm not Jewish if I'm female. It's female is not Jewish. Yes, my name is Joel if it's Jew. I am Joel, electricity, water. Joel, electricity, water, Jew, Jew. That's how it's Jew. Yeah, but so I'm the Joel. I'm Joel. Johl, Joel. And I don't have a live that way right here because I have mutilated genitals of Joel. So being Jewish, it has to be very somber because you cannot celebrate the holidays because it's mutilated genitals of the Jew. So there is Yom Kippur, but that's fasting that you other times eat. So it's not really fast because you're eating elsewhere's right over that you ever abstained for a day. $25. Once I add in the chili, it's 25 minutes. Okay. I want it really hot because these beans need to be thoroughly... Okay, maybe that is enough. Okay. Joel the Jew, does he cook? Well, I have mutilated genitals is talking about it because his genitals mutilated produced this problem of myself to myself, and I don't afford it at all. There's a lot of what on top. I know. I would say I would not eat that and look for something else. But I've been alive so long that I just need to eat that it's food and it's edible. So we'll go for edible. It says whisk in. So whisk. Oh, and tomato paste. Oh, thank you. I need tomato paste. Yeah, I will get that now. Okay, that is going to be too high. Yeah, that is too high. Let me turn it down to 5. Okay, let me try that. I need to stir it. It's bubbling like... But I want it on 7, but it's bubbling. I can't afford a mess. I'm not cleaning it up. No. It's just heat and eat. I'm not really, cooking. Heat and eat. Right? It's 25 minutes is too much, but it's heat and eat. I'm not really making chili. As you can see, there's no added meat. So it's just what was in the bag, and the tomato paste was called for. Yeah, otherwise no. But it needs tomato paste. Oh, good. Something to make it, I don't know, sweeter. For those of you who are preparing raw meat on the internet, that is illegal because I am cooking. You don't know how to make raw meat on the internet. Raw meat is never. You don't heat it up, but yeah, you are threatening to eat it anyway. Oh, well, I'll let you know if I need to eat raw meat. Never, because I would not ask somebody to cook raw meat for me. If it's a restaurant and they cook it, because it's on their menu, I can afford to order it, but I cannot afford to ask somebody, can you cook me raw meat? So what you need to do is you need to bake the raw meat for hours, and bake it for hours until you would never eat it, and then take it out of the oven, and then you can put it into a pan with some, what kind of cooking oil? Like corn oil. And then you can sear it in the pan for a few minutes. It's not that you can sear it and then you can eat it. You can't sear raw meat and then eat it. You can't do that. That's not cooked. That's eating raw meat. I do not want to eat it ever, but I am caught in hunger. Yeah, I have never made raw meat myself. Find it in the store, packaged, labeled, priced. raw meat, refrigerated, and then try to buy it, drive it in a car, bring it into a locked house or apartment, right? No, right? And then store it in a refrigerator. That's not the store's refrigerator. That's wrong to me. I cannot control the temperature of a private refrigerator. It needs to be in a commercial refrigerator where it's extremely cold because it's threatening everyone. It's not yours. I'm not tall enough to make the raw meat, and I'm not tall enough to say that I know what's wrong with it. It's not due to eat it. It's raw means you can't eat it. Is Boar's Head deli slices raw meat? It is right now, yeah. We're not eating Boar's Head deli slices right now. It's raw meat right now. Well, I need something to drink while it's cooking. Everything's no fun. It wants to know. Okay, everything is no on the threatening. I want to drink this, but I have no place to set it down. That's rusty, and it has a burner that still gets hot. This is too close to the wall. I put the directions down here because I just used them to remind me to uh, use tomato paste. I'll need to add that at some point without being distracted by that I'm thirsty and I need a little energy to cook for myself. I need the sugar, so it's sugar. Um, where to put it? Okay, how about right on top of this? I need another thing. Fate of Ophelia. Okay, this is not flat to the stove, so it sort of doesn't sit flat, and I don't want it to tip over. I'm not going to clean it up. I can't afford a spill here. Yes, I'm taking a chance. I cannot afford a spill. I'm not cleaning it up. There's no one to help me. There will be no one to hear you scream. That's true. I am in that place in myself. I need to cook the tomato paste for about 10 minutes. 15 minutes? Okay, 15 minutes. We're not there yet. Not yet. This wall is too close to me. I don't want to touch it because of the bugs problem. Cockroaches and pests. They're not really bugs unless they're outside, right? Yeah, well, send them outside. Ugh. I need to clean it again with a cleaning, like spray. I cleaned it already with the spray because it was too close to me. The walls too close. The walls are too close together. So how am I doing with your desire to eat what I'm eating so that I have nothing to eat? Do you relate to me at all? Or are you stuck in your ways? WEIGHS. You are in ways with some strangers and you need to be a certain detestable. The Ways and Means Committee, do you know what that is? U.S. history. Ways and Means Committee. Okay, this milk was a little disappointing last night. Yeah, but I blessed it. I put it in the refrigerator and I kept it. It's very small. I should be able to use it up all in one sitting, but the dreamsicle only requires enough milk to make it look marbly. That's what I'm going for. There's still some left. Okay, we're gonna go for it. Add it all. Yep. What about the foam? Yeah, there's some foam here. So it's coming to Christmas time. Yeah. I don't know if I'll be alive at Christmas time, but if I am alive at Christmas time, I can use the internet if it's still working. If I still have internet, I'll use it to look up the movie Gremlins and watch Gremlins because it's about Christmas. Yeah. I watched it a few times since I've been older, and I still like it. Okay, the garbage is full. I need to tie up the garbage, and I am not ready to do that yet because it's making a dreamsicle. Okay, no mess. Yeah. This is a Body Armor energy drink, empty bottle with the labeling peeled off, and it's clear. Plastic is helpful. I can only afford litter at this point, so I made my own litter. I drank the Body Armor myself, made my own litter, and now I'm using it for dreamsicle. I'm getting ready to add tomato paste. Yeah, I'm about there. Add tomato paste to the dreamsicle? Definitely not. Yeah. Tomato paste to that there chili. This here chili, that there chili. Darn Good Chili Mix by Bear Creek Country Kitchens. I would have not really been looking for that, but right now I'm just gonna use it because somebody gave it to me. I don't remember if I shopped it myself the first time. I'm gonna say that somebody gave it to me. Because it started with the brand Bear Creek Country Kitchens. That one brand was given to me. Cheddar broccoli was the first kind of soup, and then they made more or had more. I found more, yeah. The one I'm having trouble getting hands on is cheddar potato. I'm hearing the music above myself. Yeah, like The Fate of Ophelia, song by Taylor Swift. She's not Ophelia, she's Taylor Swift singing about Ophelia. And she dances in the music video. What does that mean? It smells a little like food in here. So, how much of this tube goes in? That is the whole bag of chili this time. Yeah, so the whole tube goes in. It's only 4.56 ounces with a 1 teaspoon of tube paste equal to 1 teaspoon of canned paste, which would be 6 ounces if it was canned paste. So, how much of this do I use? It still looks red if I use maybe half the tube. So I need God to add it how much he wants for the taste. I don't know the taste while it's boiling. I don't understand cooking that way. If I cannot taste it because it's boiling, I cannot eat it because it's boiling. It's too hot to eat it. Joel and Myra, I am thinking of you again. okay, I have this much left and I'm done. And I don't want to throw it in the garbage because it's been paid for with somebody else's money. So I'm going to add the whole tube because it's somebody else's money. Oh, they need the whole tube, and I do need it that way. Joel and Myra, she won't cook for me. Like Donna knows magically how to cook for 15 years. Yes, Joel and Brewer Height and knew me. All those years Donna was cooking while I was growing. And some of my full height she cooked. From age 15, 16, 17, and 18 she cooked anyway, even though I was full height. So why doesn't Joellen at full height want to cook for me like Donna? Because what is it that I cook for myself? Where does this go? Okay, in there. If I cook for myself, what does that mean? Before someone used to cook for me, now I cook for myself. I do report that I don't have full height right here. I'm not full height anymore. Cooking for myself already occurred before my height went down. I think twice. Okay, try to stir it up in here. I had a salad late last night, and it was not easy to sit down to eat. The delivery is hot of this food. Very hard to get the food. I'm not sure what is the contest at this point. I am disclosing my highest leverage, none higher than he deceased. The creation of myself is deceased. This higher leverage than none higher than me deceased right here. Because that is beyond my leverage. The creator of myself is deceased by myself. And that's not an order at the beginning of alive. It is an order now. So the leverage went up. And I still have trouble getting the food out of the supermarket because you don't know how to be yourselves. You don't know how to just drop off the food. Like, give me things that I would like. Well, you're not getting any better anyway. I have to eat something I don't normally eat, which is a shopping list, and then you give me nothing. Well, I think you did give me nothing if you give me something that you would like to give me. Because it's mine to myself, because you have a whole lifetime of my lifetime, 45 years of a life of myself, that you don't think there is anything mine to myself. So you should just give me at this time, with all of the leverage disclosed on this body. You owe me that you give me what is mine to myself, and you just don't know it. Yeah, that's your money, you just don't know it. You give up. Well, where are you going with the carjacking? That's what I mean. I don't want anything to do with mixing in a carjacking for food from a supermarket because you cannot settle your differences. The the delivery of this food delivery came, I had the chili already. That is from the previous delivery. But the food from this delivery is of Mitsubishi black SUV. What is the, I don't know what kind of Mitsubishi. Black and SUV. Okay, it is boiling a lot. Yeah, I don't want to turn down the heat, but I don't want to make a mess. Yeah, again, I'm worried about the splatter. And it would be, red splatter. So that's no. Because it's tomato, I don't want tomato splatter anywhere, and it's red anywhere around the pot. I don't want to clean up a mess. So, what number? Leave it on 5? I don't want to turn it down. No, I think it's good. Just leave it, right? So Joel and Myra, if you don't want to cook for me, you make a big stink about how you don't want to cook for me. You know what? I would accept somebody who cooked food. I would accept if they cooked it to themselves for themselves as a chef. They served me that it was food to myself. I ate it and I'm done. And you have leftovers and I'm not in the kitchen anymore. And you sit down and eat what's left over because you don't throw it out. And you made it. And it's yours that way. And Joellen went all the way to Oregon to be a teacher, to be a vegetarian, and then to be a vegan in Oregon. She couldn't go from the kitchen to maybe 1 hour later in the same kitchen, and she sat down alone and ate the food as though she made it for herself to herself. Once she had to say, yes, I'm not going to throw this out, and I made it. And it's mine that way. And I'm not in the kitchen anymore. Yeah, I don't get it. Why isn't she like that? How many times is she going to do that? Because I had to grow my height with someone else cooking. I don't know Joellen's growing her height problem, but I know mine. Yeah, I know Donna cooked for me. I don't know who cooked for Joellen, or except for Camp Interlochen, I saw that, but not every year. And that's only a few weeks out of the year. For Joellen would be like about 4 weeks out of a year. Was that just once? Okay, at least once. Was it more than once? Joellen was in Kafar, I remember that, but that's terrible. Kafar Noir would be age 15, terrible camp problem. Yeah. So there was food, though. So they don't afford the food at full height. Okay, but I grew on the food. So why didn't Joellen ever want to cook for me? She's not ever available because Donna stopped cooking. I don't get it. She doesn't know what an emergency is, so she went all the way to Oregon. What emergency is that? How do you go all the way to Oregon and tell me? Because there are other people who left for a university, but she had to go to the same university as me. Yeah, that little 4-year-old grew up and went to the same university as Moshe. Well, why didn't she cook after that? Because she had to pay out her height to myself. Well, okay, so I guess we're all paying for if Joellen is just like Becky to herself. So somebody cooked for Joellen. Her whole height. Was it the same person? Mom, did somebody cook for Joellen? I have to ask Mom, who cooked for Joellen so she could grow up? And then tell me who cooked for everybody I went to school with. I can't really ask her because she's the one that's wrong that way. But Joellen is so wrong. She went all the way to Oregon. Who can afford that? Well, I don't afford to know that. There are other people who left. Yes, everybody else left too. But she called me to tell me that she was going to Oregon and invited me out to Mamma Mia's restaurant. Yes, I'm not a life insurance agent for you. Yeah, she did that, and I don't understand. At the time, it was not real clear because I eat everything. Oh, I think that was a very expensive dinner meeting. Dinner, right? Yeah, dinner meeting. Mamma Mia is Italian. So Joellen won't take the garbage out for me. I can take it out. But the camera is on and I'm busy. I want to be alone, but take out the garbage when? Okay, well, how about now? I used to not like to touch the doorknob to the front door, inside or outside of the front door. If I touch the doorknob of the front door, it's when I was watching TV, like a lot of Judge Judy and some other shows. I would watch TV all day. So not touch the doorknob. If I touch the doorknob for anything, I need to wash my hands with soap and water. I'm past that I have been given Halidol shots. I know I need to wash my hands with soap and water right now, but I'm at the place in time where I have seen the fixture be changed out, and so that's the plumber's water that he's giving generously, so I'm saving some water for him. I can live with my hands like this for now, even though it's due to keep clean hands for cooking. I have a small amount of asthma cooking for myself. Yeah. I'm not full height, and when I was this height and growing, I did not have any disease. Since full height, endless disease. Yeah. All of the diseases. Okay, this is chili and I don't have a ladle. So I am planning my revenge. How to get the chili out of the pot without making an enormous mess. It doesn't really pour like if it was chicken noodle soup or cheddar broccoli soup, potato soup. This won't pour. It has, like the beans in there. And the beans need to be spooned out. But this is a flat It is not really for that. So I'm on the music. Taylor Swift again. I'm sitting here planning my revenge. Ain't nothing stopping me from going out with all your best friends. But she's not a boy. She's not a boy. I need to give a truck a parking ticket for being in the driveway of a house where Taylor Swift said she's driving the truck. He never let me drive the truck. Okay, so how am I going to get the chili out? Yeah. Well, this is the spoon I'm going to eat with. I can use it to get the chili out. Because I'm just going to serve myself what fits in this bowl. That's slow going, but it's the spoon I have. I don't have a large spoon. A ladle, I don't have that. Charlestown has a ladle in here. I will not use it. It is parking. It has been parking. I save Charles Toe's things for himself. He is elsewhere right now, and maybe not coming back is what we hope. But his things are still here, as though I'm not angry with him. Yeah, I kept everything of his that I could because I'm not angry with him. But some things got removed by knocking at the door looking for Charles Toe, and they took some of his things. Yeah, but I didn't do that. No, I was keeping them because it's hoarded. Yeah, his things are hoarded. So he has a hoarded ladle in here. I'm not going to use it. Tongue clicker. Yeah. Whose garage door are you opening, Father? Okay, I am prepared to look at the time on the timekeeping of this video on the camera, and if I see that it is more than 25 minutes, I'm prepared to turn off the stovetop and serve out the chili. But I have to add in the time it was taking me to start the chili by adding bottled water into the pot and then turning on the burner when I was done, adding 3 bottles of water. Well, I don't know. I don't want to try. Oh, well, we're going to take a spoonful and try it. Oh, all right. Let's do that. Okay, is it needs more water? What about that sound? It's making like a low bubbling sound. Okay, I need it to cool off a little. This is extremely hot, but it is not to myself because it's homeless. I need to add a half a bottle of water at this time, but I cannot afford to. The money. The money is that it is the way it is, and I don't add water because I already boiled the water. If I add water now, it's not boiled water, and I add it in the soup mix. It's adding water, but it looks like it's a lower. I think that the chili mix did something to the water. Used to be higher water line, higher up to the top of the pot, and now it's okay, somewhere lower than that it was. So do I add water at this time? I have not been wearing my vision correction, so I'm trying to look at it and see if I'm, cooking, if I like it. And I don't really see it. It's blurry. You can see it clearly. It's blurry to me. Okay, it's not hot enough. I need to make it hotter. It's good, but it's not hot enough. So, does everybody agree that Donna paid cashiers for my food for myself in my house and for her to stay in my house and eat in my house, and she paid the cashiers, and she's not myself, who could have never done that because I was 3 years old, cannot drive a car. Then do we all agree that she paid the charges when I was 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 6 years old? Because I've not paid you 15 years of charges myself. I'm old, but I have not paid you 15 years of charges myself because you're trying to pay them for me. But I grew my height. I even eat more. I eat more than I did when I was 3 and 4 and 5 years old. So, would you start this conversation with each other? No. Well, who are you? Oh, you're Creator 8. Oh, so you're a big gang creator, and I'm just me here. I thought it's angry that I only love you this much. You're angry that you're all of you, and I'm just me. Well, that fight is deceased. That's why I'm female. So you're angry with the female. But you already mutilated the genitals with being angry that way. How is God ever supposed to get angry with you? Is there no way for God to show you that he's angry? With all of creation alive, telling you that you are not welcome here. Well, you are trespassing if you have a penis. You are illegal everywhere you are. What have you been doing? Taking my keys and charging me for everything God does with myself. And giving you money, but you're not myself, the soul. You want the soul to give you money, and it's the soul's money is why it's money. You just don't want to know who I am. Yes, but you are going to find out. You are about to find out. Yeah, I don't know who you're fooling. You don't talk about that with each other. What are you doing here? Well, I have to talk about you. I say all sorts of things like I am God's girlfriend. I tell him what I see. I tell him what I think about it. And when he brings it up, I tell him that I am angry here. I don't actually need a God over me. I am angry right here. So when you take the soul's money, you tell the God over you, the God who creates your genitals. You tell the God who creates your genitals that you are angry with the soul because it's alive and it's freezing the money in the bank and you want it and you're going to control it. And you tell God you're angry with the soul that way. I don't do that. I am myself, but I don't do that. That is fundamentally misleading one of you to the next. From one of you to the next. Okay, it needs more water. I can't afford it. I can afford to add it. Yeah. Okay, I don't add it here. Okay, well let's turn off the burner. Okay, I will turn it off. So first I will set this down. Okay, it clicked off and the light is off. So to the music again. Purgatory. What do you know about purgatory? Taylor Swift said the word purgatory. In the song Fate of Ophelia, Taylor Swift said the word purgatory. How can you sing about purgatory if you are not in there? She did it. She sang about purgatory. The Fate of Ophelia, songwriter Taylor Swift. Okay, I need to move something again because I'm going to serve the soup somehow, but I don't have a ladle. Well, it's a hot mess, isn't it? Oh, I cannot put lei set on top the pot right on top of this. That will melt, so I have to throw this out if I move it to the center, but let's say that's not a good idea. I don't want it over here because I don't like that countertop for the cockroaches pest problem. The sink, I cannot pour it because it's got too many beans. Beans need to be spooned out. So I can leave it right there, but it will need the top again, and it's hot. It's no, 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 no. I'm cooking for myself is no, 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 no. I used to cook for myself when I was healthy and working out at the gym. I could do a lot of things when I was younger. Yeah, but nobody wanted to appreciate my good fortune. It was going well for me, but I needed more food variety. I was cooking the same things for myself over and over again, and I needed more variety. I don't know, I lost control. Control is the wrong word, if you know what I mean. It's control from your point of view, but I lost my cooking because it was angry. Okay, I forgot. I just remembered. I used this spoon to taste the chili, to taste if I like it. Is it fully cooked? Are the beans fully cooked? And I did already uh, cool off the chili, and when it was cool, I put it in my mouth. And I forgot, and I used the same spoon. I did not wash it off with the plumber's water. I saved the water. Well, the plumber got the water this time. I did not use the water to rinse off the spoon, and I put it right into the pot of chili. So I can't serve it to anybody else, but there's no one here. And for the camera, I would not do that, but oh well. I did just have a mental defect. I can't help it. At this time, I can't. The Fate of Ophelia. Keep it 100 on the land. You have too many karmas because Taylor Swift is supposed to stop singing, and she sings that song, and I love it because I can hear it, but it's not really for me to hear it. She's not due to sing it. Yeah. Keep it 100 on the land, the sea, the sky. Pledge allegiance to your team, your okay, keep going. Don't care where the hell you've been. I don't like that. Yeah, she sings that in the song. Don't care where the hell you've been. I do care. I like the sound of the music, and I do care where the hell you've been. Yes. If I say you, I know who you are, then I care where you've been, right? In the song. Okay, this is hot. I cannot hold it anymore. Okay. Does it need water? I can't see it. I don't have my glasses on. I don't have contact lenses in my eyes anymore. 31 years was enough. Mitch does not cook, but I don't know why. Yeah. Well, if he is not going to put Donna in jail for eating in front of me, that means she's not going to. She's actually, if you see her eat, you are not herself doing the eating. If you see her eat in front of me, you have to put her in jail because that means you have to stop her from eating in front of me. You have to fight with her that she can't do that because she can do that to the food, but she can't do that to myself, and it's my house. So Mitch, hello, he did not pay years ago for that Donna was eating in front of me. Well, she's not himself and he's not herself, and you are not me in the felony. And then you are controlling the soul's money, and you're not me that way either. Well, you are going to the bottom of it all. I don't want to create this world anymore. No. Okay, so this is done. So, Joel and Myra, if Mitch was negligent, so you are, if you can't beat him, you'll join him. Okay. You don't have much of a cause. Oh, I turned off the light. Now I need to cover the chili. Okay, that's the lid. Okay, now it's covered. The light is off because I actually don't afford it. Now I need to go back. I need this dreamsicle. Hiccup, I can't actually afford it. I'm in too many motions I don't know here. This needs a little more water. I can go get it, but once I do, it's homeless. I just sat down and I'm saying I'm behind on one motion. and I am trying to pay for it, but I can't because I'm deceased this way. I'm deceased behind on one motion. That's how it's deceased. So Richard Vogel Sr. from state of Colorado with a cell phone area code that is not 702. So where is it from? I don't know. Maybe Colorado, yeah. I've not been there myself to know myself. With about Richard. When's the last time I was in Colorado when in the 1980s? They did not have cell phones at that time. What is the area code in Colorado? That's true. I don't know. I stayed in some kind of a ski resort or something, Vail, Colorado. I was there, and I'm not real interested in the traveling companions. I have zero argument with my growing up years. Yeah, nobody is paying for that. I grew up from my growing up years. Are you all trying to save yourselves? I would love to see the people who went to Colorado. Aunt Audrey went to Colorado. Mom and Dad went to Colorado. And I was there. I remember a necklace I had. It was plastic and it was iridescent, like blue maybe, with pink, iridescent. That's what I liked about it, but it was like a costume jewelry problem. That necklace, I had that in Vail, Colorado. We were there as well. Besides being tourists, somebody got married there. Janice and Tony. Yeah, I don't actually know you. Well, I don't understand that. Did they invite my parents? What kind of mishigas is that? Because how would my parents know them ever if I'm not from Colorado? No. Well, I never saw them again. I need the money. Absolutely need the money. Why don't you try growing up? Janice and Tony, you want to grow up all over again? Yeah, why don't you go to Wisconsin and try to grow up and try to see if my parents will leave my house to be with you to help you with your growing up. I heard my neck make a cracking sound. I have a broken neck. So one of the types of beads that was on this beaded necklace that I had in Colorado, it was like if you see that it goes would you say twist or what? It's a bead, and then it has an edge here and an edge here that like curves a little, as if like if you twisted or you see a twisted piece of macaroni. What do you call that kind of pasta? Right? But it's not exactly flat on the edges. It's pointed at the edges, but it's twisted like maybe a dry piece of pasta. But it's jewelry. It's a bead, beaded necklace, and iridescent. That was the feature. It was. I just thought I love colors. I love rainbows. I love colors. This is pink, not exactly rainbow, but pink and bluish, iridescent, and I really liked it. Even though that it has approximately no jewelry value because it's a beaded costume jewelry problem. So Janice and Tony, you got married. What's in it for me? I don't know their last names. They're Janice and Tony. That's how my parents took me all the way to Colorado. You people abducted me in my youth. And then when I'm older, you expect me to battle it out with the full-grown shunts that you are. I cannot. You are all like parents to me. You talk to me like you're my parents. There are so many of you. I wonder if my parents could handle the problems you are to myself. And you want me off my parents' money because you want more influence on my life. My parents cannot be me off of my parents' money. They're not really me. If you say I want you off your parents' money, my parents are not really me that have to answer to you. Do you think my parents could say, we are going to answer to you for being the parents? All of you full-height shunts talking right to me, nailing me in the face, that you know who I am and where I am and when. You are like giants to me. If I was little, my ears would be low to the ground, and I cannot hear you. And I have some consumption in that. I did actually grow up. Were you everybody giving your birthday, and you don't have any alive that way, and you want me to answer to you, and you don't have alive that way, that you have a birthday. You lie about all the growth of your height. You giants are as big as the tallest trees in America. Nailing me in the ear, telling me you know where I am and when.